Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for mid-December 2020. This month, we are going to just jump right in here, and we're going to take a look at your current energies, and then we're going to clarify with the baby tarot here and see if there's any additional information, solutions, or whatever else wants to come up in your reading. Also, make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this month, Scorpio. But did I say Sagittarius? This is for Scorpio. I actually don't know. But anyway, this is for Scorpio. But Scorpio, let's see what we have going on for you for this month. And Scorpio, you have this loyal heart card, so definitely could be love coming in for you. You have the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups showing up here, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. So this could be a reading of a commitment coming in for you here. I do feel like some of you have made a sacrifice in love. Maybe there were too many burdens in a love situation. Could have been like distance, or maybe a person just wasn't willing to commit. I feel like saying the sacrifice is worth it though, or the sacrifice was worth it here, Scorpio, if you made a sacrifice. For some of you, I do feel like this could be someone coming back from the past, but again, it almost looks like you are walking away at this time. So we'll talk about that in a second, but I feel like this is what you're looking for, someone who is going to be loyal to you. You have the Judgment card coming up in this first row. Judgment is like one of the only cards in the deck that I consider to be an ex coming back. I don't do ex back readings unless it shows up like legitimately, and you have every single card. You have the Wheel of Fortune as well, which could represent the return of someone, and the Six of Cups. So I do feel for some of you, you definitely could be dealing with an ex. Obviously, if you don't want to deal with an ex, then this story is not for you, but if you are, then I feel this could be someone returning. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. If you're not dealing with an ex, this is your destiny here, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune is you. You show up right here as a phoenix. Traditionally, Scorpio, you are not the scorpion, you are the phoenix in traditional ancient astrology. And this is also a card of your personal vision for your life. It is a card of your destiny. And you have the Knight of Cups showing up here as well, which is also a card of your destiny. It is a card of your, he is dreaming normally, looking into that cup, imagining all the things that he desires to have. So I do feel for a lot of you, this could be like a inner calling, kind of like wake-up call type of reading. I do feel like for some of you, you are kind of going through a wake-up call period. I'm noticing that there's like a lot more blue here than there is yellow, and so I feel for some of you, there's like a lot of blue here, but it's like mostly positive cards. This is mostly a positive reading. We're gonna have to clarify this at the end to see like what more could be coming up for you. But I am noticing that blue energy. I do feel like some of you could be feeling a little sad with this energy, a little bit withdrawn, or could be feeling this like sadness energy. I'm getting the word lack of support or something like that as well. Like if you're married and you have a business, or if you're married and you have a job, I do feel like you could, or even if you're just with a person, I feel like partly this month in December, the whole entire month, maybe you have been feeling a lack of support from that person. I don't think this is a bad thing. I feel like this is something that could be fixed, but I do feel like a very strong desire for more nurturing energy here in this first row. For others, again, I feel like your emotions are kind of controlling your reality at this time with that King of Cups. Knight of Cups is a card of fears. Like, again, he's normally looking into that cup, but the reason it represents fears is there's this water in front of him. Maybe it doesn't represent fears, but, it could be fear. It could be something is stopping him from moving forward towards a dream. And for you here, Scorpio, it could be work. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands says you could be looking at a work situation, or you could be looking at something you're working on as a lot of work, and it probably is. You could be looking at something as being a burden, and it could be a burden for sure, Scorpio. But I do feel for some of you, this is saying you kind of like need to get to work at this time with this Ten of Wands. You have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords here. For those of you dealing with an ex, And for some of you, I feel like you've already accepted this person back into your life, but I do feel like some of you are going to walk away. You have the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The Eight of Cups is a card of choosing, to walk away, choosing challenge. The Ten of Wands is a card of being exhausted after a long journey. And the Eight of Cups is a card of walking through darkness. I always say, the Eight of Cups is kind of like a good card to me. It can represent uncertainty. It can represent walking through darkness, but he also knows that he's walking towards improvements on this card. He knows that he is walking towards something bigger and better in his life. The Ace of Swords represents a sacrifice as well. There's a palm frond on this side. The palm frond can represent a sacrifice. There are this olive branch on this side can represent an offer of peace, but it can also represent abundance as well. It kind of also says that you could be making a decision that kind of cuts both ways. Like, maybe you're making a choice that's going to hurt with this Eight of Cups. You have the Hangman here as well, which is also a sacrifice. It's like maybe you're making a decision that could be a little painful. You're making a decision that could hurt, but at the same time, it's like that it's the right thing to do. That it's going to lead to a victory. For some of you, I feel like a decision that you're making this month is a victory for you. It's like a big win. It's like maybe you didn't think you were strong enough to do something. The Ace of Swords is a card of fortitude. It's a card of strength. So I feel for some of you, this could just say that you're kind of like impressing yourself in a good way, because maybe you're discovering that you are strong enough to make a certain decision. Next, you have the Fool here, so needing to take some sort of leap of faith. I feel like saying you're ready with this energy here. You have the Hangman, the Ace of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. The Hangman, he puts himself in Hangman mode. I feel like for some of you, maybe you did put yourself on pause in this row here. It's like you've been dreaming, imagining something that you desire in your life. You've been imagining like what your dream life looks like. And his head is glowing. I feel like this is really saying that you have gathered all the details. You have learned everything you possibly could about your dream life. And now it's time to take action. Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups says, when you take the first step, this bird will cause your cup to overflow. The Ace of Cups is really like an offer. It's like an offer from God or the universe saying like, hey, you have this journey that you want to go on. You have a new path. We'll talk about that in a second with the Queen of Pentacles. There's a new path, a new journey for you to start. You're probably tired. You're probably exhausted with that Ten of Wands. But if you take the first step, I will cause your cup to overflow. That's what the Ace of Cups is saying. So the trick with the Ace of Cups is, again, we have to take the first step, because this bird is flying down with this Eucharist, and that's what's making the cup overflow. But it's kind of like the universe is saying, here's the offer. If you take the step, we will, cause you to overflow with energy. And you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, to me, can definitely be a crossroads, or can definitely represent a choice or having a choice to make. So I do feel like you're kind of maybe at a crossroads, or you're making decisions, or you need to make a decision at this time. Queen of Pentacles also says the new path will be very fertile. You have this rabbit down here in this bottom corner. So I really feel that for some of you, this is pretty simple reading. I feel like you're just walking away from something from the past, and you're walking towards a new beginning with that Fool, one that will probably make you very happy. Definitely could be love coming in for you this month, and I would say probably like a water sign, like a knight in shining armor coming in for you here. So I like to see that. But Scorpio, let's see what is going on for you. Between the Wheel of Fortune and Six of Cups, you have the Six of Wands. Love it. I love 2 6s. 2 6s to me says you're on the right path. It's like you're going in the right direction. You're doing the right thing. 6 of Wands, card of success, major victory. This is a super lucky reading for you here, Scorpio. I do feel like it's challenging. I feel like the challenge is like working after you've done a lot of work is what the challenge is here. I feel this could be in love, could be in work, business, health, pretty much anything. I feel like you've done a lot of work, and you're probably saying, I'm tired, I'm exhausted with the 10 of Wands. But I'm here to tell you that your life will never be the same again if you take that first step with the Ace of Cups. So, do it. With the King of Cups here in the 8 of Wands, you have the 7 of Wands. A little bit of defensive energy here. I feel like some of you are trying to protect your emotions. I don't really feel there's anything wrong with protecting your emotions, of course, Scorpio. So I would say, feel free to protect your emotions. Between the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Swords, you have the Page of Pentacles here. Definitely new love coming into your life here. Like I said, I feel like you're probably very focused on new love. Even if you have gone back to the past recently, I almost feel that some of you are like, you know what? this person is too much work, or this person isn't right for me. This is why, like a while ago, I stopped saying that you shouldn't go back to your ex, because well, I still feel that way. I feel like for the most part you shouldn't go back to your ex, but number one, I came to realize that if both people really have put in the work and raised their vibration and healed, and if you're coming back together as two new healed people, then then maybe it works out, and it does work out sometimes. Also, sometimes I feel like we need to make mistakes, right? There's nothing wrong with making a mistake. And sometimes I feel like going back to an ex, it's like you probably will break up with them again, or you probably, or they'll break up with you or whatever. But it's kind of like from a more healed place, because it's like maybe you get the closure that you needed, or whatever. And I kind of feel that here, but I feel like some of you are just focusing on new love. Between the Six of Cups and the Hangman, you have the Wheel of Fortune again. A ton of luck coming in for you here, Scorpio. This is a very lucky reading for you. I feel like there's a lot of like fate and fated events happening for you. 2 sixes, and then you also have the Wheel of Fortune twice. Major luck. This is definitely a turning point for you in your life, but I feel like you need to accept it with this Fool card. Take the leap. With the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles here. Needing to put the work in. All three water signs have had something about like working really hard or putting in hard work. So I do feel like there's a lot of hard work for you this month, obviously. We already talked about it with this Ten of Wands. I'm really focused on that Ten of Wands here. I feel like saying it's worth it, Scorpio. It's like I know that some of you could be like, I feel like you're saying, I don't want to do it. And I totally get that. I feel like you've been working very hard. I feel like you've been really kind of, trying to become successful. But I really feel like your life will never be the same again if you, keep pushing forward. Between the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Wands. Again, like I said, a lot of work. The Ace of Swords is like feeling like you need to cut something out. But that Queen of Pentacles is really saying, pick the new path. That will probably set you free from this Ten of Wands energy. Top row outcome, you have the Five of Wands. Again, this is just probably the conflict of having to put work into something again. So it's like if you're accepting new love into your life, you're like, it's probably like having to build a new relationship again, or having to allow someone into your life. That could be a challenge. For those of you in work or business, it's just the fact that maybe you're starting from scratch, or maybe you're starting over. But I feel like you need to realize that you're not starting over, that you are starting from a place of knowledge of what you have learned from the past. Middle row here, you have the Tower. Definitely a wake-up call coming in for you here as well, Scorpio. Like I said, this is an amazing reading, but I definitely feel that there is this feeling of feeling uncomfortable. Again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this reading, but to me, like I always say, I don't understand when readers say the Tower, oh my God, there's going to be a Tower moment, blah, blah, blah. It's like, great. Like, that's not what the tarot is for. Tarot is here to guide you through something that is happening to you already, or something that you're experiencing or could possibly experience. It doesn't help you to say, oh, like I always say, I get tons of comments. People say, the Tower sucks. It's a horrible card. My life is over, blah, blah, blah. I'm always like, no, it's not. It's like, it's just a card. Number one, it can't control your life. Number two, there's advice that comes along with this card. So I feel like you need to realize that. Number one, like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I feel like there could be some uncomfortable moments, mainly regarding to the amount of work that you're going to have to put into something. But I also feel like there's a wake-up call here. Like, this is answers. Judgment in the Tower is a revelation. It's like a major wake-up call, and that could be uncomfortable, but look at all the success that it's going to lead to here, Scorpio. I wouldn't worry about it. Plain and simple. Bottom row, Queen of Pentacles, twice. So I feel like, obviously, I always say when two cards like this repeat next to each other, it's basically the universe saying, I meant what I said. So I feel like for some of you, this is saying, like, pick the new path, start the new journey, you won't regret it. This is a very powerful, very lucky reading for you here, Scorpio. I do feel like it has its moments, for sure. And I do feel there's a lot of uncertainty with the Eight of Cups coming up in as your center card here. The center card is like the most powerful card in a nine card spread like this. So I do feel like there's like uncertainty, not being sure of like what's going on or what direction to take, or should you put work into something new, like a new business or a new job, or even yourself or a relationship. The answer is yes, I feel like you should. So I almost feel like you're being pushed towards it with this Tower card as well. I do get this thing where I feel on this Tower card, maybe some of you are kind of like, maybe you're choosing to let something go. Like one person is almost like falling backwards. It's like they're being pushed out of the tower. The other person's diving head first. It's like they're saying, you know what, let's just get this over and done with. Let's rip the band-aid off so I can start over again. So I feel like some of you are kind of making this choice, but a very powerful reading, Scorpio. Seven of Swords, let go of your fears at this time. Scorpio, King of Cups here. Definitely control your emotions in this middle row. I feel like your emotions are going to control the outcome of this tower moment. And so I feel like you need to kind of protect your emotions. And the star. The star comes after the tower. So that's the order that the cards go in the tarot in the first place. So I do feel like some of you will be healing from this as well, but there's also a lot of hope and faith and renewal going on with the star card as well. So this looks very good, Scorpio. I really like this quite a bit for you, even with its challenges. So thank you for watching, really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like on this video. Also make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you this month, and I will see you in the weeklies or one of the monthlies.